AMSOIL tested metric motorcycle 5W40 in a BMW R1250 GS. Let's see how it performed. At AMSOIL, we're always testing our products. In this case, it's our metric motorcycle oil in a BMW adventure bike. So we ran at AMSOIL what we call a proof of performance, or a POP. We start this out by putting a full array of sensors on the motorcycle. Then we're going to take it out and ride it in all of these different scenarios. So we did some off-road riding, we did some on-road, we did some in-town, we did some highway cruising. We basically covered all aspects of the adventure bike model, if you will. Once we have all the data collected, it's off to the dyno. We will take all of that data that we've acquired and we'll replicate that. And what we normally do is we will add a level of intensity to that. In this case, we were 10 to 15% above what we saw in those different scenarios. The AMSOIL Metric Motorcycle series of products comes with a 2x OE drain interval, which means you can keep it in there 2 times the manufacturer's recommended drain interval. Now in the case of the BMW, that's 12,000 miles. So at 12,000 miles, the bike comes off the dyno and we start looking at the engine. Anything the oil touches, we're looking at. Things such as pistons, we look at the piston crown, we look at the piston skirts for any signs of wear, we look at the undercrown of the piston for cleanliness. The pistons in this case looked great. Cylinders look great, you can still see the cross hatching. There's no scuffing, there's no wear of any sort. As we get deeper into the engine, we look at things like the bearings, rod bearings, upper and lower shells, main bearings. In this case, all signs indicate the oil is doing its job. We also look at the camshaft. There is no sign of wear on any of the camshafts. The oil is protecting, the oil is doing its job once again. This motorcycle is a shared sump, which means that the oil that's lubricating and protecting the engine is also lubricating and protecting the transmission. So in these cases, we pull the transmission apart and we look at all of the different gears. We look at the shift dogs. We look at everything related to the transmission that the oil touches. And in this case, it looked spectacular. There's no sign of any wear on any of the gears. As you can see, this was a success. And the reason we run these proof of performance tests at AMSOIL is to prove to you, the rider, that no matter how you choose to use your adventure bike, AMSOIL Metric Motorcycle Oil keeps your bike protected.